you get the call to become a member of the next Suicide Squad movie, what was your reaction like? I mean, to
Like
play a supervillain?
my head blew off. Like absolutely. I went with the audition actually, and it just said creature because everything's so secretive these days. And I was actually doing two auditions, probably my two biggest films to read for at the same time. So I went for one, got through it, concentrating on the other one. Then I got a call, and then I got a message to say that Warner Brothers like you for the role that you read for, and then they sent me the paperwork, and I saw the character, and I saw what movie it was for, and it's Mongal. I looked her up, and I was like, oh my god, she's so badass. I mean, I love Mongal. And the original pictures were like she's yellow and almond eyes and big hair, and I was like, that's me, that's my twin. I don't even have to put makeup on.
So speaking of, what are your favorite characteristics and traits of Mongal? She's so dynamic from the comics. So what attracted you that created those sparks?
Well, I think Mongal is so independent and fearless. She doesn't care what anyone thinks. I think because she has to always prove herself with her family. She's a daughter of a warlord, and she has a brother who's fighting for the same attention and the same power. So she's just very, I think, stubborn, and she's grown up as a female. I was being told to quiet it down, that she's more fierce than anyone, and she tries to be as strong as everyone. So that was a great character to play. As an Asian female of my stature or size, and I've always kind of stood out, and I've always been told to just be quiet and be good, and and be a bit more conservative. And I don't know, I think it's Aries, and I'm just like rah. So I kind of identify a little bit with Mongal.
So when you get a script in a superhero movie and you're a supervillain, do you look to see if you're going to die? Do you check that? Or do you care?
I mean, the fact that I saw Mongal's never been done in a live performance before, and I was the first to bring it to life, was my initial interest and thought. And I don't really check to see, I don't check straight away to see the end, So no, I don't care. I just, as long as because everything's these days there's always sequels and prequels and whatever. So that's not an interest for me. The character at the present time is.
So this is a physical role, something that is not new to you. But do you change your thought process, or how do you still keep these type of things fresh when you're going into a new film?
I mean, it depends also. If it was more a fighting or martial arts movie, then I'll probably step up on my weapons. I have my weapons behind me, and that kind of training. But I saw Mongal was just very, super speed, super strong, and just very fierce in her physique as well. So I definitely stepped up my heavyweight training, and I just prepped in that way. You also kind of know how much action you're going to get, or how much dialogue there is, and which way to kind of just perceive to look strong, and it's just you're just acting strong, or you're actually doing a lot of action. So you get that information first, so you tailor it to each job.
So if you could pair yourself with any of the other supervillains in a buddy movie to sort of take on independent of this, who would it be?
That's a good question. um I think King Shark, because he's like how I like my men: bigger, eat protein, and hairless. or, or just another female empowerment, like to have Ratcatcher and Harley Quinn, Alicia as well. That yeah, just the girls in these movies are just so strong and fierce. That would be great. Another Birds of Prey, I suppose. Um, or someone funny like Rucker, so Savant, and Blackguard, and Nathan, yeah, and the TDK. That would be that would be a great comedy, actually,
So
because
just
Mongal takes herself well too seriously. So have these like goofballs around them would be great compliment.
So see, we just put together ideas for a next franchise
Well, I
spinoff.
gave you three, so hopefully one of them works, and hopefully one of them, the powers that be, will listen and go, yeah,